Today we're going to talk about section 1.1, Introduction to Biology. The main idea of this section of chapter 1 is all living things share the characteristics of life. Before we talk about the characteristics of life, though, we need to talk about what biology is and how what biologists do. So biology is the study of living things and the non-living factors that affect them. It's not just living things or even things that were once alive, it's also factors that affect them. For example, if you're talking about a deer population, which is definitely living, one of the things that affect that deer population is how much rain we have. When we get more rain, we end up with more grass, more green foliage for that deer population to feed off all year round. So it's living things and the non-living factors that affect them. Biologists are people who study biology. Some of the things that biologists do, lots of different things. They study life's diversity. Diversity in this case means all the different organisms that live in a particular area. For example, the tropical rainforest in Brazil has a great high level of diversity of life. Lots and lots and lots of different species. However, the Antarctic, not so many, not so much diversity. But not only is it different organisms, but how those organisms are different from each other. Another thing that scientists do, or biologists do, is research diseases. A lot of times, and that is one of the most important things, having just gone through a big, huge COVID thing, one of the ways that we're going to get a vaccine is by researching the diseases and where it infects the human body. But it's not just human diseases, it's other diseases as well. Also, biologists develop new technology, and a lot of times people think of technology as just being smartphones or smart TVs or computers or tablets or things like that. But actually, technology is anything from the science world that actually improves life. For example, a few hundred years ago, eyeglasses would have been considered technology. Now we kind of take it for granted. As a matter of fact, our eyeglasses have gotten so small and thin that now we can have them directly on our eyes in the form of contact lenses. Also a piece of technology. Another thing that a lot of biologists focus on is improving agriculture, because we have a very large population of the earth. We have several billion people living on the earth and only so much land area. And so it's really important now that we have enough food and get the most amount of food that we can out of each acre of land. So making resistant strains of different crops so that we don't lose as much to pests and things like that. Very important. Another group of biologists look at preserving the environment. Since we're all kind of connected by the web of life, not to get all Lion King on you, but since we're all connected by the web of life, it's really important that we preserve environments that we have, natural environments, and by preserving the natural environments, that allows greater species diversity, which allows more links in the web, and so the webs become less fragile. And that's it for today. Thanks.